Hello and welcome back to this channel. My name's Emily and I love to talk about books, and today I'm here to do my favorite thing in the world, which is to rave about a book that I love and hopefully convince some of y'all to read it or add it to your TBR. I don't know why I'm dressed like, well, not dressed like, but the headband and braid combo is really giving summer camp counselor, and it doesn't match. It doesn't match with the vibe of these books at all. The books that I'm here to talk to you about today are Ninth House and Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, because I just finished Hellbent after reading Ninth House in October of last year, and y'all, literally some of my current favorite books. So freaking good. Between these two covers contain so many things that I love in a novel. And there's already well thought out reviews on the internet that contain very valid points of criticism for these books, and that's not what this video is gonna be. This is just gonna be me talking about a book that I love and all the things that I love about it. So if you didn't love these books or you have criticism, would love to hear it. If you love these books, I would love to hear that more because, you know, we vibe. I like to think about books as like, this is a combination of this, this, and this. And this is my three for Ninth House and Hellbent. The Da Vinci Code meets The Secret History meets The Graveyard Book. I am not usually the type of person to picture certain actors or actresses when I read books, or even like really have a good picture of what I think the character looks like. But halfway through Hellbent, I was picturing Alex Stern as Jenna Ortega in like a Mike Flanagan directed show or movie about these books. And that's kind of like the vibe that I was really associating with the book. And I think it's because I watched Wednesday like semi close to the time that I picked up Hellbent, and it just like, I was like, wait, would that be cool? Do y'all agree? Do you think? I'm not like a big movie watcher, so I feel like my opinions are mostly not super valid about movies, but I still have them nonetheless. So that was my 2 cents about book to screen adaptation and like my vision. Unpopular maybe, but I actually love the characters in this book. I love the character of Alex. I know that some people really preferred Darlington to Alex and didn't love Alex as a female lead, but I thought that she was great. I thought that her dialogue and her sense of humor was really witty and funny. I was often like chuckling. It's like, oh my gosh. I don't know, she's just quick with it. She's quick with the wit, and I liked it. I love the depth that the characters have and the fact that they all have really great backstories so you really understand like where they're coming from, and then you can understand like the yearning between the main characters in these books, because it's like not a romance book necessarily. Like the book does not focus on the romance, but there is some yearning, like underlying romantic tones throughout the book. So that was interesting and I really liked that. I loved that it wasn't like a romantasy per se. It was there, it felt natural, it didn't feel forced, but the characters all felt very well fleshed out and well thought out, and they made total sense to me. They were jumping off the page. I thought the writing style itself was stunning. The prose in this book was incredible and really transported me to the world of Yale and these secret societies that we get to take a peek into, and the ghosts. Like the writing style was perfect for it. I loved them going to hell and having that like hero's journey in Hellbent. I thought that that was very, very cool and fun to read about. I love the found family aspect of it and how deep the relationships these characters have to each other are, especially maybe like unlikely friends, and just like that aspect of it I thought was really sweet. I love that they all kind of look out for each other, and although they're a little bit morally gray sometimes, these characters, you can tell that they really care about each other, and that's something that I really love in a book too. Like they're not these perfect, can do no wrong characters. They're just very raw and real, but still feel like really good people. I loved the games and the puzzles in both of the books. I love that it was like a mystery and back and forth between past and present, and like when you got to a certain point you flip to the beginning and you're like, oh my gosh, that makes sense now, like I see. Like it kind of starts out in one spot and you're like, what's going on, and then it backtracks. And I kind of love when books play around with time like that a little bit. I think that that's just a unique way to tell a story, because you can set people up with a certain level of knowledge and let their mind kind of make those connections instead of just telling it in a linear way. I loved the symbolism with each of their protectors in Hellbent, and I'm being purposefully vague so that I don't give things away. I also thought these books' pacing was perfect. I never felt bored, but I also didn't feel like there were too many things coming at me at once, which can happen in books, and I feel like it's just such a fine line between having something be too fast or too boring, and Leigh Bardugo paced these books perfectly. I like the whole time, and right when I picked up Hellbent and started it, I was like, oh, I remember why I love Ninth House so much. Like, this is so good because you get the ghosts, you get the murder mystery, you get the dark academia. The vibes are all there. It's spooky, it's secret societies, like, the magic's so good. I love the kind of relationship between status and magic and like class and magic, and how Leigh Bardugo kind of explored themes of classism and how it related to the magic system. I feel like it gave the book a level of depth, seeing how this magic was mostly held for people that were in positions of power, which is exactly what it would be now if, I mean, I'm not gonna get into the like, is magic real, but like, if people are actually doing secret society, ritualistic, ghost-involved magic, it would definitely be gatekept for the Illuminati and like the richest people out there. And that felt very realistic, that like kind of push and pull, and I loved that element of it being throughout the book. Alex's backstory and how she didn't come from a lot, and how she's kind of really resentful for a lot of the book, especially Ninth House, with the way that these people used their power or didn't use their power. It was good. It was just well examined and added another layer of depth to the story that already has a lot of depth because it's great world building, great characters with great backstories, and beautiful writing. And also the history, like throughout the books you get insights into the history, like you're kind of reading a page of a journal catalog of things that happened in the past throughout these societies, so you're really getting context from a lot of different people and places, and that felt like it really added to this very rich world building. It was such an experience, and I loved these books so much. I got this tattoo from, I sent the tattoo artist a picture of the cover of Ninth House, and this is what she cooked up, and I'm literally obsessed. So my sister recommended me these books, and it was a wonderful recommendation. Thank you so much. Amazing. You should pick these books up because they're just so good. My first adult fantasy that I ever rated a 5 stars. I read it when I was first getting into more of the fantasy genre, and it was just such a strong start. Since then, I've been exploring so much more of that genre, so I'm just very grateful and appreciative of these books. I'm grateful that they exist, and I'm grateful that I have the cover of one tattooed on my body forever because I love them so much, and just thought that it was just such an amazing novel with great writing style. And if I haven't convinced you, because, you know, I read a lot, but I don't have a ton of literary authority, but Stephen King does, and he says, the best fantasy novel I've read in years on the cover right there. So don't take it from me, take it from him, and go buy this book. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm also filming a vlog right now, so hopefully that goes up. Hopefully I end up posting that because vlogs are always just so rough for me. I really love filming in-depth videos about specific books because I feel like it's just fun to research and to develop my opinions further and to really gain like a more complex understanding of a certain book that I've read. This is gonna be the third like book specific video versus videos about bookish things. So let me know what you prefer. Let me know what you would like to see more of, because I'm still learning every day what I like and how to do this YouTube thing. But I love that it just feels like that one guy on Twitter, his dad, like showing up to his hangout with his friends with a sheet of conversation starters. That's what recording YouTube videos feels like to me. Like I'm talking to my friends, but I'm like, these are the things that I want to talk about so I don't forget. And then just chatting with my friends about them. So I will put a screenshot of that guy's wholesome conversation topics, like down to the Green Bay Packers. That's like, that would be on my list too. I was thinking about it lately. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally just like a dad friend recording YouTube videos, and now I'm rambling, so I'm gonna end this. But thank you so much for watching. Stick around and watch another video, and have a wonderful week, day, whatever. Bye.